Did I do it?
Hey, you
Hi.
did it.
I'm like, what did I do? I just figured out Zoom. I'm new.
Oh, Zoom. I know, right? Me too. Wait, is this too much sunlight? It's too much. The sun keeps moving.
Well, you look great.
Thank you. What's up, Tracy?
Nothing. How are you?
It's been forever. We kind of have similar shots right now. Yeah,
I
my
know.
shot is
Kitchen.
like kitchen. Yeah, it felt apropos.
Soup switcher from Gracefully fed. Soup switcher, say bye bye to bread. If gluten's been a bitch, then ditch her with soup switcher.
I know you from Mike and Molly. I mean, I know your career for a very
Right.
long time. You've been acting
Yes.
forever, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But I got to work with you guys on Mike and Molly, which was amazing.
That was lightning in the bottle.
That was such a great. I came in late, but man, like I came into such a great group of people. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was very rare, a rare set, a rare show, a rare group of people. I was fully aware when we were doing this. So Billy and I, we were both fully aware. You know what? I think everybody in the cast was aware of it because, we've been doing this for a while, that you don't get that conglomeration of show, people running the show, cast, and just cool human beings that come together and create that thing.
Yeah.
It was rare, and we knew it was rare.
It was great. I mean, you guys were so inclusive with the crew, which doesn't happen that often, which was so awesome. So like it was just a fun show to be on and like be part of. Like, and I kind of was like nervous because I knew a lot of people. Like I knew Kathy and Erica and Michelle and Rhiannon, and so I came in like, but then like you see everybody in action and you're like, oh my God, this is awesome. So that was pretty cool.
Adding light.
I know you're on Good Girls right now, but like, do you like single camera or sitcom better? 4 camera?
I like it all. I honestly like it all. This business is so funny. Before I did Mike and Molly, I was doing a single camera. Was it a drama? I forgot. I think it was Heist. Was it Billy and I? Billy and I did a show on NBC called Heist. Anyway, the show that I was doing before was a single camera. Prior to that, I was on a show that was a multi-camera. And I came into this business on the Cosby Show, which is obviously multi-camera. But it's so funny, before you get, like, you're getting an audition for a job, they're like, does Reno do comedy? And then after I finished doing Mike and Molly for 127 episodes, they're like, does Reno do drama?
Right.
And it's like, whatever you did last, that's the only thing that people remember. But I like it all, honestly. It's just different rules for each genre. I always like to say, when you do a multi-camera, when you do a sitcom, the sense of urgency is greater. Your mother-in-law isn't coming over in 2 weeks, she's coming over in 5 minutes.
Right.
That the sense of urgency is different. So, but Good Girls is amazing. Enjoying it so much. Super fortunate to play. I mean, this is the first time I've ever played a husband and a father.
Oh, right. And you are a husband and a father.
Which is like what I love to do the most, is it's the husband and father.
Well, because you went to like a theater school, like, right? Like you went to
I went to performing arts. Yeah, I went to performing arts, the Fame School, which is now LaGuardia School of the Performing Arts. That it was performing arts first, and then there was performing arts and music and arts. They combined both schools, and it became LaGuardia School of the Arts.
But like, like every time I always make my mom feel bad. I'm like, God, I wish you were like a stage mom and like you put me in a theater program or made me do Broadway, like that, because that was my dream. But like, how do you get into like a theater school when you're that young? Like, how do you know? Like,
yeah, right. That's a great question. And prior to that, I went to a performing arts junior high school in Brooklyn. That might be what you're referring to. And prior to that, my elementary school, they were very much into doing plays and musicals. And my sister, but I also come from a musical family. Yeah. So my dad was a blues organist, and he had his own blues band called the Roy Wilson Trio. And my dad died when I was 4 years old. He died performing on stage.
Oh wow.
in
Jeez.
Manhattan. Yeah, he went out like a true blues musician. And then my mom was an opera singer. So I grew up traveling with my mom. She sang at the Metropolitan Opera. She was in all these different opera troupes. So I was an opera kid. I traveled with her through the tri-state area while
That's
she
awesome.
did all these operas. And my sisters, they all sang. So it was kind of expected in my family. If like, you know, I thought every household had a drum set in the living room.
Oh my God. I mean, do you play a lot of instruments?
Yeah, I've been playing piano since I was 4 years old. And
you play trumpet. You just did, right? Like you play.
Well, yeah, I play trumpet now because I was playing Louis Armstrong, and I was working on the Louis Armstrong project for about 20 years. So during that time, I got pretty nice at the trumpet. Yeah, awesome. So I just kind of was born into it, I guess.
Yeah, no, your family seemed like they embraced it. My mom was like, go sing in the bathroom downstairs. I mean, it's very different. Yeah. And I wish I went to with you. I wish like, you know, everybody wants to go to Fame. Like that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are also, I mean, your wife is like a cycle instructor, right?
Yes, so yes.
Is your family like healthy? Like, do you keep healthy, like, and work out all the time? Like, you work out all the time. You used to instruct at Warner Brothers too.
I do. We in our household, we have fitness and arts on lock.
I love that.
Yeah. So my wife owns it's called the Cycling Pigeon.
Yeah.
It's a spin and yoga studio, but now since the pandemic, it's been renamed the Cycling Park because it's all outdoors. Yeah. And we were lucky enough to have a huge parking lot, and Coco, my wife, makes everything beautiful. She turned the parking lot into this wonderland. And there you have all these little, there's 10 12-foot pieces of artificial grass, and on each piece of artificial grass is a bike, and you have 20 feet of space between every rider, and then you have landscaping, lush landscaping all around, and each rider has party headphones that you put on. She has party headphones, and she has a Rodecaster podcaster where she plays her music through there, and she speaks through there. Everybody in the park hears her. So we're like, if you were to not have headphones, the park would be completely silent. But inside the headphones, there's a party going on, and she's live streaming at the same time.
That's really smart.
Yeah, she had a real quick pivot. You know, she sells PPE at the studio, temperature checks, and all of that kind of thing. So, yeah, man, it's you gotta make that pivot.
You gotta, yeah. I mean, we all had a pivot.
Yeah. But both of our kids are athletic and artistic. My oldest daughter, she's 19. She goes to UC Santa Barbara on a volleyball scholarship.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my son, he's a sophomore at Notre Dame, and he's a crazy soccer player and classical pianist. So yeah, we stay super fit, and
that's amazing.
But we love to eat too.
I mean, I want you to try my food. I have to tell you, I went to the University of Michigan, and there was always the debate who had a better fight song, Notre Dame or Michigan, and it's like hard because I love Michigan like through and through, but Notre Dame, I mean, it's good. It's a good one too.
I was born in Michigan for like a year, and then my mother brought her out here. Yeah, Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo. Yeah. Well, I'm from New York, so I'm right there with you. But
where are you from in New York? I didn't know that.
I'm from Woodbury, Long Island, which is Nassau County.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Southern State Parkway, or the LIE.
LIE. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's all kind of connected there. But yeah. My mom. Well, my mom's from Cuba, but she and my dad is from the Bronx. So yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah. You know, we can't go to a Yankee game without like him telling us where he played stickball, and like, you know, it's his favorite thing.
Is your mom a Mets fan? Because she's from Queens?
No, she's Yankees. But she's not as into it as my dad. And then as as we got older and we were like diehard Yankee fans, my dad started rooting against us, but I think it was like on purpose. Like he liked trying to like instigate.
He wanted to create that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I'm a diehard Mets fan.
Are you a Mets?
Yeah, my mom was a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan.
My nephews are Mets fans because my nephew has a nut allergy, and Mets Stadium, like Shea Stadium, they it's all nut free.
Oh, wow.
So it was like the only place my sister could take the boys to a baseball game. So that was like heartbreaking for me, but it's kind of awesome that they do that.
Oh my God, no peanuts at the stadium?
Yeah.
Are they still at Shea? They're not at Shea anymore.
No, I don't know. Yankee Stadium, no, they're both new. They're both new. Yeah. Right?
I honestly don't know what the hell's going on in Mets baseball. I only know the roster from 1986.
Well, that's like, I only know from like Derek Jeter and Jorge Posada. Like that was like when I watched.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's not easy being a Mets fan.
Yeah. So I don't know if you knew this, but I started a soup company, like so random. I was still in TV. I was working on One Day at a Time. My show got canceled when the pandemic hit.
Justina Machado, that's my girl.
She's incredible. She's like, like, I don't think there was an episode I wasn't on my booth like crying watching that. And you guys had, on Mike and Molly, you guys had a few of those moments where you're like, oh God, you know, like
a lot of heart.
Justina, like on One Day at a Time, I'd be like, oh my God. And it's a Cuban family, so it reminds me of my mom.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. But
I got to meet Norman Lear. I auditioned for that show for Snyder.
Oh,
Schneider.
really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right at the end of Mike and Molly, yeah.
That was kind of cool. So they included me in their note sessions with the actors and like the switcher, like my switcher, and I got to sit next to Norman Lear. I never like really spoke to him, but like just being in the room, I was like, how is this happening? Like
that man's brain.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool. I once saw he and Chuck Lorre, they did a talk together for 3 hours. And Norman Lear was pulling up dates, times, days of the week in the 50s. Amazing. But go ahead. So
I started a soup company. I got sick. I was actually sick on Mike and Molly, but I didn't really tell anybody. And I had to change my diet, long story short. And so I started eating a lot of soup and selling it. And so I opened a shop in Sherman Oaks, and it's all organic, gluten-free, dairy-free. And like, I come from a family of food. Like we're eaters. Yes. Cuban food is all like carbohydrates, like anything bad for you. So this is like, this is hard. So I just wanted to find Cuban food. So good, right?
So good.
Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to combine the two because I haven't had a show since One Day at a Time. And I'm like, this has kind of been awesome. And I just wanted to, it's also like, we work in TV. We don't have that many healthy options. Like as much as I want to, like, it's hard.
Yeah. So, but people in TV are very health conscious, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I love to eat good food that's good for me.
Okay. So what did I give you? I think I gave you chicken sausage.
Look at my setup. Look at my setup. So my setup, look, I got you right here. Look at.
Okay, great. Okay.
So I got
chicken sausage.
You get the chicken sausage and the white bean. That's what this is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that. Also have the cauliflower turmeric over there. But right now I'm gonna try the chicken sausage and white bean, and then I also have the chickpea stew.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's new. That's new, which I kind of like.
Yes, and then I'm gonna pair it with a Veuve Clicquot rosé.
Oh. It just became fine dining. Now,
yes,
this is great.
It is.
It's just fine dining. Yeah. So I love honesty. So you could tell me whatever you think. And also, one of the things I love asking, because I've interviewed a few actors now, like, do you mind eating on film? And so far, the answer is yes. And I'm like, well, do you mind me creepily watching you eat? Well, because it's happening. Happening right now.
Okay. I mean, That's a very funny question to ask me, because 127 of episodes of Mike and Molly, I was literally eating in a diner.
That was like my favorite. That was my favorite scenes to shoot. Like I could do those blind. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, and on my current show, I eat a lot, and I'm a world-class fake eater.
Oh,
like I can pretend that I can eat really well. I don't know if there's a little tidbit about me. Yeah.
Well, because like I'll watch shows and I see people like poke around food and not put it in their mouth, and so
I eat.
Okay.
Drives
me crazy.
It's like the coffee cup when there's no liquid in the cup. It's like just put water in it.
Yeah.
Something. So all right. So like I've gotten complaints. Like I've gotten a couple of complaints going, oh, I hate the way you eat. I said, well, let me watch you eat. Let me see what you eat like. Person.
Right. Like, please, no, I actually don't want anyone to watch me eat. I don't want
I don't care. I do it in front of millions every week. Okay, so this is chicken sausage and a white bean. I'm very excited about this. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
All right. This is almost like all right. Anyway,
it's almost like being on Chopped.
Or like hot ones.
Oh yeah.
Except it's not all about spicy. This is delicious.
Thank you.
It's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Oh, good.
I will let you know.
Okay, cool.
This is an easy one.
Okay, good.
It's got a little to it.
Okay, great.
That little finish, nice finish. What is that? Cayenne?
It's just crushed red pepper, the kick. And then the sausage itself has a little bit of a kick to it as well.
Spicy chicken sausage.
This was like the first soup I made.
This is your very first soup?
Yeah,
I mean, I would make something like this at my house. Coco, my wife, makes a cowboy stew.
Sounds good.
And she makes it with ground turkey, tomatoes, herbs, and veggies, and it's a soup.
Yeah.
It's a soup, yeah. This is similar to that. Oh, and she puts pinto beans, I think, in her cowboy stew.
You could add beans to anything, I'm telling you. It makes everything better. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I have no shame in my game eating. We could do this for like an hour and a half. I'd be fine.
Oh, listen.
All right. So that was delicious.
Thank you.
Can I? Well done.
So the chickpea stew is new.
My son's probably gonna want some later. Chickpea stew is new.
Listen, if he wants to give me feedback too, I'll take it.
He almost ate it before I got it. First of all, we love shows like Chopped, and we love Gordon Ramsay and all of his shows. We watch them as a family. I'm a big, I love to smoke meats on my smoker. So, I watch all the barbecue shows. And so I'm excited.
This one is, it's like there was a trend for this. So we just decided to make it in the kitchen. But this is just, it's like turmeric,
nice.
ginger, kale.
Nice. What? Kale. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. And a rice. There's a rice with it.
Yeah, it's just brown rice. So we do meals. Like we have like a meal delivery service as well. Because I like to cook, so I kind of wanted to branch out. And so we have we have like 34 soups, which is really cool. And I decided to do meal delivery, and we just do it all.
So how do you do your meal delivery? Do you do it for the week?
Yeah, so we put up a menu every Friday, and then you have till Sunday to order, and then we'll deliver it Tuesday, and you could pick up on Mondays. But now that we're starting to like kind of open again, which I'm like excited about, we're gonna cook more meals throughout the week so that anyone could come in and just pick up anything they want.
This is awesome.
I'm so glad you like. I'm trying to get it onto set as well, because for me, I don't have the luxury of like eating or peeing whenever I want. So I have to I have 5 minutes to do everything. I'm like, what's fast? And what?
Right.
I was like bringing a refrigerator with me to Mike and Molly. Oh, wait, P.S. I totally forgot. I was telling Erica this. This is like one of my favorite stories.
Yeah.
So I was really sick on Mike and Molly, and I was taking a lot of pills, and we were down by the craft service. It was like me, you, and Hugo. I was charging my phone, but I was like taking my pills like one by one. And you said to me, you know, Tracy, you know what I do? I just take my vitamins in one shot. And I was like, okay. So I did it. Do you remember this? And I almost choked.
This rings a bell. This rings a bell. I almost killed you.
You almost killed me. I'm like,
I almost
listen,
killed you.
And then I now know I can't do it. I can't do it.
Because you didn't shake your head.
I should.
Are you supposed to put them in the liquor? I mean,
I don't want to attempt it if I'm by myself again, because I had
not by
support there. But
yeah, the self-handle. This is really fantastic, Tracy.
I'm so glad you like it.
This is very nice. This has a really nice taste, and this also has a little.
Yeah, I'm Cuban. I love the kick, you know. So
yeah.
I also sent.
I'm not a vegetarian or anything like that, but I love. This is a filling. It feels filling.
Yeah.
Like a fill-in vegetarian dish.
Well, that's the thing is that I'm a meat eater too, and like when I had to go on this diet, which I was very not excited about, I was like, I want to be able to eat food that is going to make me feel good, like pastas and things like that. So, and I bake, so I also sent you some baked goods because that was really hard for me. Like, don't eat refined sugar, don't eat this, don't eat that. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to eat? So, yeah. I made, so the brownies are fudgy brownies, and then I made zucchini bread. Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
This is my favorite, is like just to play around with baked goods.
Oh, and for somebody who works out as much as we do, we love baked goods.
Right?
So, yeah, so I appreciate ooh.
I want to cycle. I want to get on a bike. I got to do it.
Say the word.
It's funny because I know Casey Washington goes and he hikes all the time, and I'm like, God, I wish I could do what you do. Like, you hike, you take these beautiful pictures, and then he like tells me about it, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. But thank you.
Yeah, I drove 3 hours to get to the place where I could hike.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's like a lot, but yeah. So that's our version of a brownie. And
I mean, it's a full brownie. How do you do that? What the heck?
Yeah, it's just dairy-free, gluten-free, and just good.
Just good. So
you basically use recipes and then substitute stuff, and then you have to find the stuff that actually is worth substituting. And that's the trickiest part.
Here we go. You know what? I'm so glad this food is good. I was nervous that it would be awful. It's really good.
I'm so
well done.
I would expect you to be honest if it wasn't, I would appreciate that 100%.
I mean, you want feedback.
Oh yeah. I want feedback. I want to know if people would recommend it to their friends. Like, I want honesty, like, and you're the perfect person. You're fit, you work out, like, your family is healthy. Like, like, it's stuff that you're like, oh, I would eat this.
The brownie more than I like the zucchini bread.
Okay. Love that.
What kind of flour do you use for the zucchini bread?
I do it for both gluten-free, like, flour. It's rice flour.
Oh, really?
So I have a nut allergy, so I can't do anything almond flour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I developed all these allergies once I got sick. So it was like a really fun game. Like, what can I eat? So.
Right. And did you heal yourself through food?
No, I always say it was, it helped. It wasn't a cure, you know?
Got it.
So, and
Got it.
I think that like people don't realize it helps so much, like in certain situations for inflammation and things like that. And if you have other things going on in your body, the first thing I always say is fix your diet, because then you could figure out and hone in on what's going on.
Right.
So,
sure.
but I don't think it's a miracle cure, but I definitely think it definitely helps for sure.
Yeah. May I ask what your disease was?
Sure. I have Lyme disease.
Oh, okay.
So random. And I have something called postural orthostatic tachycardia, which stems from autoimmune disease. It's a dysautonomia in your system. So when I was on Mike and Molly, it was really hard for me to walk or stand because my blood pressure would drop and my heart rate would skyrocket. And so you collapse. You like basically like, so I ultimately told Michelle and Rhiannon that I had this syndrome because I collapsed and Rhiannon had to like carry me down the stairs and like, you know, and I wasn't eating right. Like I wasn't putting food down. So Terry, our second, sorry.
Yeah.
She was a nutritionist. And so she actually took me to the grocery store and helped me. She was like, what do you like to eat? And I was like, I don't know. And she taught me how to buy groceries. It was saving grace.
Again, that set some of the best humans that you ever want to be around.
I want Rhiannon around me all the time.
Yeah.
She's like the best person.
Yeah.
So,
I could totally see her carrying you down a flight of steps. Yeah.
I've known 100%. her. We were assistants together on 2.5 Men. And so like, you know that you could call Rhiannon if you're in a bind. Like she's just like, gotcha. You know?
100%. I love it. Oh my God. Well, listen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm glad you did this.
All of it, you know, but I figured it'd take too long for me to just eat all of it on camera. But I will finish this.
And you're right. You're so it's with such grace that you eat on camera. It's like you're such a professional, obviously.
I am. I'm almost a professional eater, but some people hate when I eat, like 3 people. Everybody else loves it.
I don't like those 3 people. But I do. I said this when I left Mike and Molly, but I love that show. And you guys, it was such a focus for me to come to work because you made it so like you and Billy literally like, I loved it. It was great.
That's my guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We speak at least once a week.
Well, that's like Eric was like, yeah, I talk to Reno all the time. I was like,
yeah.
It's like, and I'm like, I love that. I love that. Exactly. And she's like, yeah, he's cool. I'm like, no, I know. I just, you know, but no, it was good crew. And I'm glad you and Billy like are such good friends. It's so great.
Yeah.
So
this is great. So Gracefully Fed, what a great name.
Well, thanks. My brother calls me Grace. I don't know why.
Look at that. This is awesome. Well, I know of a couple of people on my set who have some autoimmune issues as well.
Have them text me.
All we talk about is because I had some food delivery for a while, and a company that I really love, but I don't think it worked for them. And this sounds like something that has their concerns at the forefront of your whole MO.
So
yeah, congratulations. It's amazing not only to have, because the situation itself would appear to be negative, but you found kind of your purpose within that moment, right?
Well, definitely, because my mom also didn't let me go to a performing arts school, and so I never got the training.
Sorry, Mom. She won't let it go.
I won't let it go. No, it's great. But yeah, I mean, if you know anyone, you know, please have them touch base. And I love to talk to anybody. So yeah.
I will.
But it's so good to see you, Reno. Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And it's so good to see your face. All I get is good feelings when I see your face.
Oh, thanks.
Erica sent me your picture. I said, oh, yeah. yeah, Tracy. Yeah, good. Fine, good.
Yay. Well, hopefully I'll run into you soon, and I wish you the best of luck and shooting this season.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, and you gave me more dishes, so thank you.
Okay, great.
They're gonna be well eaten.
Great.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks,
She was a video switcher in TV at the time, then whoops, suddenly